My name is Jeremy Blackstock. I'm the head of school at Trinity Christian. We would invite you to come to our campus so we can show you around and discuss ways that we can partner with your family in Christian education. Our goal here is to teach the truth and to have students leave here prepared to serve others and serve God in their communities. Welcome to Chamber Talk. What an exciting show we have today. It is just a privilege to be here with Miss Beverly Brown, our regional director here at the Lawrence County Library, and we are going to learn today about the library and oh my gosh, the resources that you guys have here at the library. And I want to start the show and quickly tell everybody, I know when I was a kid growing up, we thought of, well, that's where you go to check out books, and that is true. But there is so much more, from adult resources to children's resources to community resources. So I'm going to hush for just a minute and ask Miss Beverly if she would tell us a little bit about you and how you got involved in this and how long you've been doing this.
Well, Heath, I've been working here at the library for about 28 years at the same library. As a child, I attended junior high school right across the street, and I was a patron here. And when I first started working here, some of the librarians at that time, you all may remember Abby Dillard, Virginia Hogan, Blundell, Snellgrove. So I've been here a very long time, but they told me, they said, Beverly, you must have been a good kid because we don't remember you during that time. So I think I was a good patron during that time, but I was born and raised here in Dublin, Georgia. I moved away after high school. I lived in Alaska a while, North Carolina, and then I moved back here. And I started working here part-time in the circulation department just to supplement my income. I was a shoe department store manager for a number of years, Shoe City, if you all remember that. But Miss Williams, who was the director at the time, she came in the shoe store, and she said, I've been watching you. She said, I want to offer you a job at the library. And at the time, she didn't know that I was the manager of the store. She was just looking at me, and she thought I handled myself well with being the only person in the store, and I was walking around and talking to everybody. And she said, I think you'll be a good fit for the library. That's how I got here. But I learned to love the library a lot. And I decided to go to library school. I already had my bachelor's degree, and so I went to library school at Clark Atlanta University. And years later, here I am, the regional director. I love this place and this community, so that's how I got here at the library.
So I don't think I just learned something new. I didn't know there was library school. So
Yes.
you go to school to learn how to manage this properly.
You actually do. You can have any undergrad degree, 4-year degree. Mine is in criminal justice. And then you go to library school for 2 years. And they teach you about cataloging. They teach you about the business of the library. You can have different concentrations. For example, if you want to work in a medical library, you will concentrate in that area, public, academic, a law library, so you just choose the field. Media specialist is a completely different degree, so those who decide to go to that route, they will take some classes for school and media specialist. So, yes.
That's awesome.
We go
So
to library school.
So we're going to see the library today and inside and all the different aspects and different, I would say, even departments that you guys have here.
Yes.
But before we go any further, we are right inside the front door. And tell me a little bit about this room and this mural that's behind us.
So this is the auditorium. We have lots of programs in here. And meetings, people are able to use this room for meetings. You can book a meeting. And this mural here, I'm not sure who did this, but when this building was renovated in 1997, the director at the time had someone do this mural. And this mural has pictures of all of the different libraries, the Carnegie, the Catherine W. Gray, the Lawrence County Library before the renovation, and in 1997 the library was renovated. So you'll see a picture of how the building looks today.
And Beverly, how would somebody go about it? It looks to me like I'm just guessing in numbers real quick in my head, but maybe 50 or so. What's capacity in here, and how would somebody go about reserving this space or using this space?
With the seating, we have it set up for 50. You could have, if sometimes we have programs and things in here, if you move the chairs, you can have, a few more. Miss Donnie Howard books the meeting rooms. You would just contact her, and you can book 3 months in advance. Mostly we book the meeting room for educational programs and things like that. No soliciting of your own products and things like that, but it is a good meeting space for the community. So you can also book the meeting room online. But if you have any questions about that, feel free to give us a call.
Okay, any specific requirements or any fees or anything?
There are no fees involved. We just ask you to book enough time in advance to set the room up yourself, because we don't have a lot of staff to do that, and make sure you reset the room to auditorium style once you're done.
And that's just the start for what we're going to see today. Great information here about this room, particularly the auditorium and the availability and space. A lot of people look for space to hold different programs and events, so especially for learning opportunities if that's a need. But I'm excited. Let's get going and go see what else we got to offer here at the library. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
My name is Jeremy Blackstock. I'm the head of school at Trinity Christian. We would invite you to come to our campus so we can show you around and discuss ways that we can partner with your family in Christian education. Our goal here is to teach the truth and to have students leave here prepared to serve others and serve God in their communities.
The City of Dublin Natural Gas provides the most cost-efficient source of energy available today. So for your home, choose the most natural resource. Safe, clean, efficient. All new subdivisions around the Dublin area have natural gas available. Start reducing your energy bills today with Dublin City Natural Gas Department. Natural gas, the smart choice. Call 277-5048 today and let us help you start saving today.
Spring has sprung here at Dublin Chevy Nissan in Dublin, Georgia. Our inventory is blooming with new Pathfinders, Frontiers, Yukons, and Tahoes. And with spring break coming up, there's never a better time to come into our award-winning service department for a checkup. And remember, Doug sells service well. With that spring trip coming up, there's never a better time to find a new or pre-owned SUV. If you see an HD or a Tahoe on our lot or online, don't wait or you'll miss out. Hurry in to Dublin Chevy Nissan.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
Welcome back, and we are in the Children's Center now, and I started out really because I'm excited about being here today, and then I remembered we're in the library. We're supposed to be a little bit quiet, but it's exciting to be here, and now we are in the Children's Center. Is that the proper name for where we are?
This is the Children's Center.
And this beautiful wall that's behind us, I'm sure you're going to want to talk about that. So tell us a little bit about our background, and then tell us about the wonderful facility here. And I want to make sure and mention to people, if you do come in here, there's 2 doors. One of them's for 5 foot and under, which was not for me at all, and the other, but beautiful facility here. Tell me a little bit about this room.
Yes, when this building was renovated, the director at that time, she thought we really have to have a space for our children. We want them to be able to be noisy and have fun and not interrupt the others in the library when they're trying to study, so this is a perfect space here. We have lots of resources in here. We have computers for the children. We have story times and crafts in here. So this is a fun place. We don't worry so much about the noise because you can't hear it outside of these walls. So just a great place. We invite you all to come to our children's programs. We have children's programs once a week on Tuesdays at 10:30. So it's a great time for children to come and have fun.
And tell me about this wall here behind us.
When this building was renovated in 1997, this was a part of the fundraising project here. The community, they were invited to purchase a brick. They could either purchase a brick for their organization or for a company, or they could purchase one for their family. And my family, their names are up here somewhere. From time to time, I can't remember where they're located, but they're on this wall. And so if you look at all these names here, you will probably recognize a lot of these people. And they helped to renovate this building.
Lots of very familiar names and businesses, even from where I'm standing, and I can't imagine how many more I would know even behind me here. Beverly, you mentioned once a week programs, but summertime is coming up as well, and I think you guys have all sorts of amazing programs I see in the paper and here around town. A lot of additional programs and things for the summer coming up.
We just had our Fan Con program Saturday, and that was an exciting time to just watch all the sci-fi and fantasy fans in the library. And now we're changing gears and getting ready to plan for our summer reading program. We'll have lots of performers here once a week, and that program actually starts May 30th, and it runs through maybe the mid-July. And so we're working on the calendar of events right now.
So lots of great resources right here in the children's room. And again, don't worry if you want to bring them in here. They want to run around a little bit or talk or play. A great facility to do that. And right across the hall from where we are, a friendly, welcoming staff. Anytime I've been in, they're always helpful over there and very informative. As to the resources that are here. And speaking of those resources, I know there's a lot more in here, so let's go where we're going to next.
All right, we're going to head to our Information Services Reference Department.
We'll see you there. Okay, we are over in the Information and Business Services area of the library, and this is one of the areas, Beverly, I want to make sure that we really cover well and make sure that our citizens here in Dublin and Lawrence County know I learned recently myself, you guys do so many things to help out with workforce and just information for adults even here. Tell me a little bit about this area of the library.
We do. This is the area, if you are a job seeker or if you're a business person looking for resources, this is the place to come. We have computers here available. We have staff to help you with job searches, your resumes. We have resume templates and all of those things. We have Galileo, which is a Georgia database of over 150 databases that includes job information, business information. So any of that, if you have a need for that, please call us or come out to the library.
And again, those resources are at no charge.
They're at no charge at all. And I would like to mention that during COVID, we all had to find creative ways to help our patrons in the community. And so we have 24/7 Wi-Fi in our parking lot that we have extended now. Even though our doors are completely open, you can actually access our Wi-Fi in the parking lot. We have hotspots and Chromebooks as well for checkout, and that is something that we purchased during COVID. So we're continuing to have that as a part of our service as well.
So if you're looking for a job and you just don't know where to start, or you need help, whether it's filling out applications, whether it's resume building, which is very important today when you go to apply for a job. Sometimes your resume can be kicked out right off the bat if it doesn't have the proper information that the company's looking for. Beverly, Christina, a lot of the staff here, they have the people here that can help you with those resources. Beverly, something else I wanted to mention and talk about, there's quite a few people that actually work here in the library. Tell me a little bit about your staff, full and part-time staff, and any opportunities or anything maybe for internships or further learning for maybe some of our local colleges or technical colleges or high schools.
Well, we have about 20 employees working here in this building. Some are part-time. They work only 17 hours a week, but we have a wonderful staff here. But of course, you know, we're funded by the city and county, so we're always looking for opportunities for volunteers and perhaps some internship. Someone, if someone is interested in an internship, maybe you contact us and maybe we can see what we can do in that area as well. Internships are, I think it's a good community service, especially at Oconee Fall Line. We would be really interested in having someone who has some computer skills, and maybe we can have an internship in that area here at the library.
That's fantastic. You know, I was just thinking as we were standing here and talking about internships and Business Resource Center, and I'm looking at these computers and things behind me and the children's area that we were in. We hadn't even started talking about books and the available resources and the books that you guys have here. So I want to take a real quick commercial break and come back, and we're going to look at some of these tens of thousands of books that you guys have here. We'll be right back.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's Four Seasons.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts.
Welcome back. We are in another area now, finally, where the books are. So right away, Beverly, the first thought that comes through my mind is I'm looking throughout all the different shelves, and we'll talk about the different categories and things, but how many books are in the library? Where do they come from? And who decides which books make it to the shelves?
Those are some interesting questions. We have approximately 98,000 books here in our collection. And so who decides? Everybody decides. Patrons, our community, we take suggestions from them. We also have staff who, they do collection development. So we have someone in every department. We have someone who purchases nonfiction books, someone who purchases children's books, and all sorts of books. So everybody participates, particularly our patrons. They tell us what we don't have, what we need, and things like that. And lots of times, some of the series books that we're missing, and they make sure that we have all of our series. If we're missing one, they will let you know.
Somebody let you know real quick. Huh?
Yeah.
So after the book has finished its shelf life, where do the books go, and what happens to the books then?
So particularly with nonfiction books, you don't want anything that's outdated on your shelf. So we weed. We make sure that we are weeding and keeping our collection updated and keeping all of the nonfiction books particularly updated in our collection. And those books we weed and we put them in our book sale. And so the money that we generate from our book sale, we purchase new books. With fiction books, they are okay. They're staples in your collection for the most part, so you don't have to do a lot of weeding there. You just weed there for space. But for nonfiction, you want to make sure you keep that fresh, you know.
Okay, and tell me a little, maybe even if there's something more popular. I see new arrivals, I see large print sections, nonfiction, young adults. What areas are more utilized here, and a little bit maybe even more about business resources.
I would say fiction. Fiction is one of those collections that you never tire of. People are always going. Books are popular still. People are still reading books. The formats may have changed somewhat, but people still like paperback books and hardcover books. And I would say fiction is very popular, and for students, I would say nonfiction, because they have to do their research, and sometimes teachers are still requiring them to have that authoritative research, and they look to libraries to help them filter through all of that information. So nonfiction collection is important as well.
And I think also, just to mention, I see right in front of where we're standing now, if you just want to come in and grab a book and sit maybe and do a little research, or you guys have tables and chairs in here. Again, you have print resources, computer resources, video, everything somebody would need.
We have electronic books, we have e-read for kids, and we have Overdrive Libby for adults, where you can go online and check out ebooks for kids and adults. And I want to mention Tutor.com. Tutor.com is a great resource for students and job seekers. It is available 7 days a week from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. And it's free. And you can have someone to tutor you in almost any subject. And they also will proof your resumes. They will proof your papers and all of those things. So that is just a great resource for students and businesses.
And I'm going to guess that is probably one of the most underutilized programs that you guys have here. What a valuable resource to have for our community, for our students, for our job seekers. If you need help, any kind of help, and I know sometimes for people maybe pride can get in the way, but if you will ask for that help, you guys have folks on staff here, qualified people, trained people, that will help with again, studying for GEDs or resume building or whatever it is that you need to know. You guys have resources here available to help out with that.
We do, Heath, and what's important to know is that today we live in a world where there's just so much information, and sometimes you need someone to just help you wade through some of it.
So fantastic. Hey, we're about halfway through the library, and so we don't have as many more departments still to cover, but we still got some exciting things for you to see, so stay with us.
It's that time of year again. Spring is in the air at Roach Farm and Garden. Stop worrying about food shortages when Roach Farm and Garden has all the seed, fertilizers, and a greenhouse full of veggies. Get your garden right. Somebody say timber! We got all kind of trees at Roach Farm and Garden. Dogwood, pecan, honey crisp, and many more. It's time to fertilize your pecan trees. We got 10-10-10 with zinc. Finish off that honeydew list with garden flags, rugs, grills, griddles, and fryers. Or come check out this huge shipment of concrete statues. We got something from everybody at Roach Farm and Garden. Looking for a quick gift idea or something for yourself? We got tropical plants and ferns, local honey, and care in hand and body lotion. Somebody say feed? We carry every feed from a bunny all the way to a horse and everything in between. Speaking of bunnies, come get yours today. Come by and see us at Roach Farm and Gardens, 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.
Here at Stepping Stone, you are never alone. If you or someone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, please call our fully confidential crisis number at 478-595-8339.
Okay, welcome to, I think, my absolute favorite part of what we're doing today, the Heritage Room. Beautiful room here. Want to start by saying thank you to so many local folks here and prominent families that we have here in Dublin and Orange County that realize the importance and help to fund a lot of what's in this room, the Heritage Room. And Beverly, tell me a little bit about the resources you guys have in here.
Oh, wow. If you are interested in doing your family research, this is the place to start. When you come in, we will give you a form and you fill it out. and we will point you in the right direction. Cemetery information, census information. We have marriage records for Lawrence County. Just almost anything you could think of to get you started. And I want to mention that if you don't know, it takes a long time to do your family history, but this is the place to get started.
And this is for people not only from Dublin and Lawrence County. It doesn't matter where, if you were born on the planet Earth, you can come and get your start right here. I know there are online programs and things that you pay really good money for, Ancestry.com and all of that's right here.
Yes.
You can find anything, and what a fun project to do, whether you do it as a family together or as an individual that's just interested in knowing. Can you share with me anything maybe that somebody's come back and just really excited and said, hey, we found out this or we learned this about our family from their time spent in the Heritage Center?
I would say mostly I hear people who come from different counties and different states. They come here and look at our resources, and they're really surprised to see their family names in these books. Any original documents that we have, if you see your own family name, this is my family, and you see that, you get really excited. So we do have some original resources as well, and I think when they see their family name, it's just a delight for them.
Is there anything at all, Beverly, if someone watching the show today, and I really hope somebody says, hey, I saw the show and I want to come and find out about my family, and I want to know about my grandparents and great-great-great-grandparents, and any advice that we could give them, or do they just come in and say, hey, I don't know what to do, I'm ready to get started, or is there anything maybe that could help them prepare?
Well, I would say if you just want to get started, just come to the library. But just for everybody, if you have an elderly family member living, you should record them, and you should get as much information as possible from them while they're living, because that is going to help you in your search and your family history search as you go, because it's going to take years. I'm still looking for my great-grandmother, and I've been looking for her for about 7 years. And so it takes time, but you will get addicted and you will not want to stop. But just come to the library and we'll get you started.
Hey, fantastic. I want to say thank you again for your time today and just all the wonderful things, again, programs that you guys have. Please be on the lookout for the upcoming programs this summer. Lots and lots and lots of great things going on for the youth here at the library, but also for adults in the community. Again, I hope we mentioned, I can't think of anybody that couldn't use something that you guys have here at the library, and if it's nothing else but just to come and learn and further your knowledge and expertise in whatever field or hobby that you have. They got a great staff here. Tell us library hours.
So the library is open Monday through Thursday from 9 until 7. We're open on Fridays from 9 until 5 and Saturdays from 10 until 2.
So no reason you can't get here during hours of operation. We got great availability here and great resources. And if someone did mention on our walk back here to the Heritage Room, if you want to come in and check out some of these resources or take anything home, what do they need to do? What kind of identification or whatever is necessary for a library card?
Well, the books in this department cannot be checked out, but all of our other collections, you can check them out. You just need to come in and get a library card. Library cards are free unless you've lost it, and there's a $2 replacement fee. But for the most part, just come in, we'll get you a library card, and you can check out probably that same day.
Hey, thank you again. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. I hope you saw something or learned something today maybe you didn't know about. I know I certainly did, and every time that I spend time with you, Beverly, I learn new resources that you guys have here. So come by and check out the folks, the team here at the Dublin-Lawrence County Library.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gerard with A-Plus Flooring and Construction. We have over 100 years of experience in the flooring and construction business. We can sell and install any type of floor covering for you. We can also build you any project. We can remodel your home. we can build you a new structure from the ground up. So give us a call at 478-676-2662 or come see us at 371 Georgia Highway 338 in Dublin, Georgia.
Conservative treatment options are typically where we start with both knee and hip arthritis. So if you come in to see us and your hip is beginning to be arthritic or your knee's beginning to be arthritic, there's sort of a stepwise approach that we take. Anti-inflammatories, which are medicines like Motrin, Advil, Aleve, are usually sort of first line. We have prescription forms of those medications that we can use. In our elderly population, that becomes a little more difficult because they have comorbidities, things like diabetes or stomach ulcers or disease, that they can't take those medications, even hypertension. So we'll try to treat them with medications if it's appropriate. When it's not, then we go on to things like injections. So cortisone injections, or there's these things called visco injections or visco supplements, which are lubricating type injections that we can use to treat knee arthritis as well as hip arthritis to try to control people's pain. And a lot of times we do that for years for people before they get to the point where those are no longer working and we're ready to talk about knee or hip replacement.
Home is where the heart is, and Century 21 Durden Cornegay wants to match your heart's desire with the perfect home. Let our realtors at Century 21 help you find a new home. Realtors Brian Howell, Charlene Lamp, Adam White, David Deeves, Jennifer Brantley, Jay Brantley, Jim Jarrett, Ruth Watson, Charlene Brantley, Raina Dubberly, Yvonne Robertson, and broker George Durden will go to work to fill your heart's desire in a new home. So call Century 21 Durden Cornegay and let's make your dreams reality. Log on to C21Dublin.com for more information.